Jonathan Renfro took the life of a beloved Coeur d'Alene police sergeant, and today, 2 years later, a jury decided that the state of Idaho can take his. We begin tonight with a decision years in the making. Sergeant Greg Moore was gunned down on the street. Now, his convicted killer faces death row. The jury handed down their decision this morning, seeking justice for the sergeant. He was a father, a husband, and a hero to many in his community. The community he protected as a member of the Coeur d'Alene Police Department for 16 years. When he took the stand yesterday, Jonathan Renfro told the jury he would accept his fate if capital punishment was their decision. And our news team was in the courtroom this morning when that decision became real. KXLY4's Ariana Lake working for you tonight. She updates our coverage live from Coeur d'Alene this evening. Ariana, this case has so deeply affected the community for the last 2 years. How are people reacting to it today?
You know, it really has impacted this community, Casey. We spoke with the chief of police here in Coeur d'Alene shortly after that verdict was read, and he said he's glad to finally see some justice. It was a horrifying crime that took a father and a husband from his family and friends far too soon. In May of 2015, Sergeant Greg Moore stopped to talk to Jonathan Renfro as he walked through a Coeur d'Alene neighborhood. It started as a routine stop, but Renfro shot the sergeant and then fled in the patrol car as Moore lay dying. Renfro was convicted of first-degree murder on October 13th, and after 8 weeks of proceedings and 6 weeks of court hearings and testimony, the jury handed down the death penalty. In arguing against capital punishment, Renfro's defense presented mitigating factors, evidence they thought would justify life in prison. But it wasn't enough to convince the jury. They explained in the verdict that they felt the factors presented by the defense weren't enough to prove capital punishment unjust in this case. Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White said he's grateful for the hard work these jurors did.
They had a very, very difficult job to do here. It was extremely difficult, and I can't thank them enough for their dedicated service to the community, and especially for this case.
White commended work by prosecutors, too.
That office did a phenomenal job getting through this case, and our department and, frankly, our community should be eternally grateful for the service that they provided.
Chief White says his department and the Moore family will give a statement Monday. He did offer his initial thoughts on the decision, though.
The members of our department feel that justice has been served.
A sentencing hearing is scheduled for 1:30 on Monday. Reporting live tonight in Coeur d'Alene at the Kootenai County Courthouse, Ariana Lake, KXLY4 News.